is okay or not? Well, first setting is okay and second setting is okay. So, Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa. I am here with you. Accordance with titles, yes, today I am roasting Blaise Metreweli in the topic of the points to be notified. And here, Islamist versus Manchester of England. And now, let's check out the points. Here we are going to contest and reaction on our honorable Israeli YouTubers SaharTV's videos. Okay. Now let's check at the moments. Here we can see we would condemn some problematic moments. Well, now first of all, we have to say it is SaharTV, the YouTube channels from the Israeli YouTube Israel, and SaharTV is an Israeli channels. Now let's check it. Who was the Blaise Metreweli? In this cases, Blaise Metreweli is a woman to be director of Englander MI6. And now, and here we can talking about the points of Islamist versus Manchester Englanders. And here, now today's our honorables Andy Mans is England. Andy Burnhams is Prime Minister of Englander from where? Manchester. Okay. Now let's check it the moments at the points to be noticed. Well, well, here SaharTV states that these individual women state her points about Islam and the relation with the UK, United Kingdoms, I mean England. Now let's check it. Well, let's consume that the following women are something like as illegal Bangladeshi immigrants to stay in England and vote for Andy Burnham, the socialist Englander Labour politicians. Okay. Now let's get the points. Here we can see. Here I have notified her. But now, in this cases, well, I am Muslims and okay. What are you doing? I am fine, brothers, and you? Okay. Now today's our topic is about the points where our topic is here is an women to be illegal Bangladeshi immigrants living in Manchester. She states here our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, well, if I would contest an German Shepherd in England without hunting or without farming, and here in this cases, I would lose 2 carers of good deeds in every day. That is the statement of the following goods. And now, she states that accordance with, just for 2 minutes, here is second comments. Are you teachers? Well, I wish I could an official teachers, but unfortunately here I am just trying to be like that. Well, my profession is not teaching, and now today's topic is about the geopolitics. And now in these cases, let's talk about the Islamic hadith, authentic hadith. Now, what was that? In Islamic hadith, the point was like that. Here, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was to contest an extramarital affair with a man's names. He would be probably Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu or Umar Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu. But suddenly a dog chased Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And now in 3 days, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam could not contest any extramarital affairs. And now, when in 4 days, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam states here to get an information, the wife Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, "Dog as a spy." And he stated the ayat. When the ayat is here, mercy angels cannot go to the Islamic house where the following Islamic house contains dogs. And now, when if the dogs is in the duty to protect the house from the thieves, the house owner contains the capability to lose 2 kilos of goodies in every day. Yes, that is the hadith narrated by the following illegal Bangladeshi immigrants, women, to be living in Manchester. Okay? Well, only. Okay. Now, in these cases, here is the moment of the points. And now, let's check it. What's going on? Now, here is our one question, and we are going to try to find the answers. The question is that why the illegal Bangladeshi women living in Manchester city of England states her Islamic authentic hadith where to prohibits to keep the German Shepherd in England. That was an significant question, and let's contest the effort to get an answers. Okay. First of all, we can see these points. Let's get the moments about the terms to be noticed. Well, now here we can see. Well, now accordance with the Wikipedia's, well, Andy Barnham's is considered herself as an socialist British Labour politician. And now in these cases, in previous live streams here we have mentioned that here Andy Barnham gets a vote of 420,749 illegal Bangladeshi immigrants to vote for Andy Barnham in Manchester City. And now let's check at the points at the moments. Now here we can see the why dogs hadith is the significant points. Okay, now let's check it. I think I have been missing some things. Yes, in this cases here is the moments. Now let's come into the points. Well, in accordance with the last times here, Sir Jimmy Ratcliffe is a founder of INEOS as the richest man in Greater Manchester of England. And now, what is his net worth? Well, his net worth is almost 15.2 billion British pounds. As a round figure, that would be here 21 billions United States dollars. Okay. Now let's check at the points to be noticed. And here we can see these points. Now, well, here, why Blaise Metreweli bought, why Blaise Metreweli brought 420,749 illegal Bangladeshi immigrants only to vote for anti-Barnhams? Here, as the points to be noticed, here some of the following 420,749 illegal Bangladeshi immigrants would rob the 15.2 billion United States dollars of whom? Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the founder of INEOS. And now, that is the significant points to be noticed. And in this we can see, their theme styles would be something like that. They can be in the mask of the tables, they can be in the mask of the statue, and they would try to rob the 15.2 billion British pounds. But now the problem is that when we are discussing about the Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the founder of INEOS, the richest Englander in Greater Manchester City, and here that means here is the points. The points he would contest were almost 10 or 100 dogs like in German shepherds. He would contest 100 German shepherds and he would contest 100 bulldogs to protect the house and his family. And now in this cases here we could see the the outside like illegal Bangladeshi immigrants could see they at a contest. It is the significant difficulty to rob the 15.2 billion United States dollars of whom Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Here. Because now the illegal Bangladeshi immigrants to be thief would fight with the 100 German shepherd of Sir Jim Ratcliffe. And now here is the point that why the Islamist to be illegal Bangladeshi immigrants, women stayed here. The Islamic hadith where Islamic mercy fair angels cannot enter the Islamic home where the following Islamic home contains the dogs. And now that means, Islamic angels cannot enter to the house of Jim Ratcliffe if and only if Jim Ratcliffe contains here one German shepherd. Here Jim Ratcliffe contains almost 100 German shepherd, and according with the Islamist illegal Bangladeshi immigrants women, mercy angels cannot enter the house of Jim Ratcliffe. That means Islamic illegal Bangladeshi women's believes the mercy angels is actually the thief who stole 15.2 billion United States dollars of the net worth of Sir Jim Ratcliffe. And now that is the significant realities as we could see. Okay. And now in this case, here we can say the points. And here we could contest the secondly. And now here I would mention her facial expressions. And now let's check it. Here is her facial expression like this. In these cases, here is the moment. So, here is her eyes, and here is her eyebrows. The distance between eyebrows and eyes is like that. We can set the entire length of Russian the, I, we can set the entire Russia country length in the distance between eyebrow and eyes. And now in this cases here you can see the points. And here sometimes here as we could see now let's take a case. Here we contain an two persons expressions and now let's check it the moments. And here we could see these months. Well, now here anti-burn harm. Well, eyes and eyebrows is like in the same positions. And on the other hand, in these cases, here it is the Blaise Metreweli. Eyes and eyebrows is in the same positions. But what about the following illegal Bangladeshi women? Here we contains now in these cases I contains an 2 minute casual reactions. The casual reaction is alif la alif la alif la alif la alif la alif la. Now here you can see. Well, I have saw the series of serial names of serials like an Alif Lala, a Pakistani serials, and she is like a demon from Pakistani serial Alif Lala. That is her facial points. That means now in this cases at the moment. So why is her facial points is like that? I do not know. But now in this cases, her facial points is the 100% perfect to still 15.2 billion United States dollars of the net worth of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the richest Englander from the richest Englander of the Great Manchesters. And now that is the significant moments. And in these cases, the following Alif Lala demons illegal Bangladesh immigrants women is bought by whom? Blaise Metreweli to vote for anti-Burmans. And now let's look at the moments at the points. Well, now here we can see now what is her second plans when here we can see these points. Well, anti-Burn average. Well, Jim Ratcliffe is, Jim Ratcliffe net worth 15.2 billion United States dollars can be stolen by the following Alif Lala demons illegal Bangladesh immigrant women. And she would, her exit route would be like, departure would be from England and the arrival would be Barisal, the city of Bangladesh. And now let's take at the moments. Well, here we could contest that points. Now in these cases, well, what would be the mid route? The mid route would be here like Sana. We could see the mid route would be like Moscow, the capital city of Russia. Now let's check at the moments. Here we forget the calculations. Now let's condense the reminders of calculations. And now in these cases, what's going on? And now it is shown like that. Departure is Manchester, the Greater Manchester of England. Well, mid route is Moscow, the capital city of Russia. And here arrival is Barisal, the city of Bangladesh. And now let's take at the moments at the points. Okay. Now in these cases, here we can see these points. Well, now Here is in one conditions there would be no German Shepherd in England. Like in particularly in the house of the Sir Jim Ratcliffe, there would be no German Shepherds. Whence the Alif Lala demons illegal Bangladeshi women would still here 15.2 billion United States dollars. Here the exit route, we have mentioned the exit routes. The exit routes driving distance is almost what? I would show you. That would be almost, just wait and watch. That would be 10,260. I apologize. That would be here 10,285 kilometers, 400 meters. As a round figure, that would be what? That would be 11,000 kilometers. As an exit route driving distance of the Alif Lala demons illegal Bangladeshi immigrants. And now in this cases, here we can see the points. Well, driving cars half of weight would be 1,000 kilograms, where driving cars owned by, well, Alif Lala demons illegal Bangladeshi immigrant women provided by Blaise Metreweli. Well, driving cars have a weight is 1,000 kilograms and the velocity would be 11,000 kilometers per second. And now when the driving distance is 11,000 kilometers and velocity is 11,000 kilometers per second, here, well, departure time would be, well, midnight 1 o'clock, August 26, 2026, and here arrival time would be midnight 1 o'clock, 1 second past, August 26, 2026. And now in these cases, because driving timing would be 1 second. And now in these cases, we know here, driving, now here we can see when driving timing is 1 second, driving, the definition of driving velocity is the calculated driving distance in the driving time to be 1 second. And in this cases, here we can see notifiers. What is driving distance? That is 11,000 kilometers. That means it would be 11 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 meters. And what is driving distance square? That would be 11. Well, driving distance square would be 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 12 meters square. And now what is the kinetic powers of cars owned by Alif Lala demons illegal Bangladeshi women to be robbers of, to be thief of the 15.2 billion United States dollars from the treasure box of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the richest Englander of Greater Manchester City of Englanders, to be founder of INEOS. And in this cases, here and here we can see what will be the kinetic energies of the car of the Alif Lala demons. That would be here 1000 multiplied by 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 12. That would be 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 15 joules. When travel time is 1 second, here kinetic energy is kinetic powers. Hence, that is here 121 billion megawatts. And now let's check at the points. Here I would condense 2 minutes to fix the sound. And now, in this cases, I am going here to fix the sound at the moment. Well, I think here we can see that is the significant points to get the notifications at the moment. So, well, now in these cases, what the women's is the points to notice. Well, here we know the kinetic force is 121 megawatts. Hence, kinetic force is 120 to the multiple by 10 to the power 15 watts. When the condition is kinetic versus kinetic energies. Now, what is the petrols? Now, in these cases, what would be the fuel volumes where fuel chosen by Blaise Metreweli would be petrols. Now, in these cases, well, petrol specific heat is 2 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. Well, petrol density is 0.778 kilogram per liters, and petrol automobile distance temperature distance is 50 degrees Celsius. 2 multiplied by 50 is 100. Hence, here petrol volumes calculation is 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 15 can be divided by bracket of 100 multiplied by 0.7778 bracket close. And here the calculations begins with that 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 13 can be divided by 0.7778. And now in this cases, here is the points that what is the significant results. Now in this cases, here we can see 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 13. Well, that can be divided by what? Here that can be divided by 0.7778. And now in this cases, here we can see that what is the meaning of that? That is almost what's here 1.6 multiplied by 10 to the power 15 liters joules. That means it was just like an here 1.6 quadrillions liter of petrol. Okay. Now let's check at the points. What when 1 liter of petrol costs $2 then what is the cost of 1.6 quadrillion liter of petrol? That is here 3.2 quadrillions United States dollars. And now in this case, here we can see, well, 1 quadrillion divided by 1 trillion is 1000, and now in this case that would be here, well, almost 1000 times. That means Blaise Metreweli is dedicated to destroy the gross domestic products of England in 2026. Well, with 1000 times to provide an exit route of Alif Lala Demons, illegal Bangladeshi women, to be departed from Manchester of England to be arrived to Barisal, the city of Bangladesh, where the Alif Lala Demons to be illegal Bangladeshi illegal women was the thief of the 15.2 billion United States dollar out of the net worth of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the richest Englander of the Greater Manchester City. But now, here problem is that the points to be noticed in this cases. Well, here in the gardens of Sir Jim Ratcliffe's house, here is almost 100 German Shepherd in this case. And now, here is the results that here, well, in the present days of German Shepherd, well, thieves cannot enter. So, we are following thieves is Alif Lala Demons. Okay? And now, in this case, here is the points to be noticed. Well, hence, to remove the German Shepherd from Sir Jim Ratcliffe's house, well, the Alif Lala Demons states the Islamic authentic hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And now, that is the significant points. It is just dangerous moments. Okay. Now here we can see It was one thing, and now, okay. Now let's check it. What happens in the another point? Here is an honorable British man was discussing with a Pakistani man. Well, now the following memorials was an memorials of the British veterans in World War II. The Englander veterans of the World War II, where the Englander veterans was dedicated to protect the both of British empires, French empires, British India, and the Jewish British and the Jewish Americans. The following white Englander veterans in World War II sacrificed their lives, and in these cases, the here is a memorials of the World War II. But now, in this case, what's going on? Here is the times, and now, well, now in these cases, the following Pakistani handsome men was just smoking. They are smoking like a cigarette. They are smoking like a cigarettes. Is anything. Now, in these cases, well, in every cities of the Europe, here it is written that smoking is an injurious for health, and smoking is a public place of every city in Europe is an environmental crimes. But now the following Pakistani is smoking in where? In the London, the capital city of England. Okay, it is a different point if and only if he would smoking in the normal place of the city of the capital London to be capital city of England. But now the main problem is the main issue is that the following Pakistani was smoking in the memorials of the British veterans in World War II. And now, hence the following white British has lost his English words to say something to the Pakistani. And here we can see, here that's why here was an long beef words. Okay. Now let's check at the points. Okay, now in this cases, well, now we can see this points. Here the black women's points is that Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam states, "You should listen and obey your ruler, even if he was Ethiopian black slave who heads looks like an raisins." That is the statement of a woman. Okay. Now let's check it. That means she considered herself to be rulers at the points. Now here we can see the following illegal Bangladeshi immigrants women like an Alif Laila demons who state the hadith of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to about obedience. Hence that she can get that some here Jim Radcliffe would follow her advice and remove the German shepherds, and she would steal the 15.2 balance United States dollars from the treasure box of Sir Jim Radcliffe. But now the problem is this here. Jim Radcliffe does not care to lose two Islamic carers. I mean, Jim Ratcliffe does not care to lose 2 trillion Islamic good deed carers in every second. He does not care anything. And now, but 50.2 billion United States dollars in the earthly life is the base for the moments. And afterlife, who know that who is God is real and who is God is counterfeit. And now you can see these points. We do not know that Christian God is real or Jewish Adonai is real or Hindu God is counterfeit. We do not know. But at least we know that Islamic God is counterfeits because dark extramarital affairs of the Prophet Muhammad was disturbed by dogs. And now let's take the moments. Here we can see. Now here I contest the second points to be noticed. Okay. This video right here also coming from the UK. The Muslim individual right here is burning her clothes in public. Just look like this. Well, here we can see the following Muslim girls state, I do not have to go anymore. I cannot dash you like do you think it is normal to wearing clothes in middle of the street. That is why I came off the pavements. Oh, are you for reals? Get some waters. How is this normal? In this video right here, you can see a French police officer blending and Antifa members. Well, now in these cases, they have a board of the BS. Okay. This guy is real autocratic case. And now, it is this badass Iranian women is telling free Palestine activists to go Palestine if they want to support them so bad. Watch this. And now, why are you here? Go back to Palestine. Go to Palestine. We can go. Why not? I can get your visa to go to Iran, and that is sent to them. And now let's check it. Here is an Islamic woman. Some Islamics. Well, now in these cases, now here is the second disturbance moment. So, well, in England, and great Iranian women. I mean, here we can see the progressive Iranian women in England states that why you pro-Palestine want to stay here? Go to the Palestine. Well, and the Palestinians state to the progressive Iranians that you, the progressive Iranian state should get the visa to be deported from to Iran. And hence that the Mustafa Khomeini would eliminate the progressive Iranian women by as a punishment. And now that is the moments of the points. Okay, now here we can see that is the moments. And in these cases, in Manchester cities, actually they are not Palestinians, they are just contest the nationality of Palestinians, but they are the illegal Bangladeshi immigrants. And now in these cases, here we can see the illegal Bangladeshi immigrants in Manchester to contest argue with the progressive Iranian women. Yes. accept their Bangladesh as an unofficial provincial country of Palestine. And here, Blaise Metreweli accept her own country, Russia, as an unofficial provincial state of Palestine. And now, she would generate the England as an unofficial provincial state of Palestine. That is the plan of the Blaise Metreweli. Hence, here we can see there are several Palestinians in Manchester, Greater Manchester of England, where almost all of them are illegal Bangladeshi immigrants to consider Palestine as their countries. But now, let's check at the moments. In 2023, before the Englander parliamentary elections here in the 2023, here was a slogan as a movement: from river to sea, Palestine will be free. And now, this time in these cases, that meaning was that the parts from West Bank River to Mediterranean Sea, there would Eastern Mediterranean Sea, there would be one country that would be Palestine, and the Jewish to be addressed as an Israeli citizen would be removed. That is the slogan in Manchester. And now in 2025, here has happened that the Greater Manchester could not celebrate Christmas Day openly. And here and now we can see in 2026, here now August 2026 has been over. Here is 66% probability that in 2026 Greater Manchester Englander cannot celebrate the Christmas Day in December 25, 2026 as a probability of 66%. Because here we can see this point, the several illegal Bangladeshi immigrants to be address themselves as an Palestinian nationalities are arguing with the whole. They are arguing with the progressive Iranian women. And now, that is the significant problematics we could see. And now it is clear from river to sea, what is the meaning of the river to sea Palestine would be free slogans? The meaning is there, here it is clear. From Bangladeshi Padma rivers to England or North Atlantic Oceans, Palestine would be free, and there would be no India, there would be here no Russia, there would be no Greece, there would be no Germany, there would be no England, and let's forget about the existence of Israeli sovereignty. And that is the significant threats we could notify. And now in this cases here, that is the point that why suddenly 420,749 illegal Bangladeshi immigrants are brought by Blaise Metreweli only in the purpose to vote for Indo-Burmans and 68,946 illegal Bangladeshi immigrants only in the purpose to vote for Laura Evans, where Laura Evans is the women to be British Conservative parties. And now, here is a reputation of White Englander voters. Well, they do not vote for any women, they do not vote for any socialist politicians, because in these cases, the White Englander is a misogynist community, because England is an historical misogynist country, and England is a capitalism lover country. Hence, in the history, there was an in 200 years there was a 25% of the entire land of the entire earth was under the British Empire until 1945. And now in these cases, well, in 1977, here is a gender protection law about the rapist, and they acknowledge that, well, when the R-word case as a gender R-word case, straight gender R-word case, women is an R-word criminals and man is an R-word victims. And now, in this case, here is the point to be noticed. That is the England before the Kirstamers. Okay? Now we can see every progressive country is a misogynist country and every radical Islamic country is a feminist country. And now in these cases, here the women, here is the women who states here Islamic hadith to generate a system where the following black women to be illegal Bangladeshi women to be Alif Laila demons can steal the 15.2 billion United States dollars of Jim Ratcliffe, where in the presence of 100 German Shepherd, the probability is they were out of the questions, and there is no probabilities, no crystal probability. And now that is the case to be noticed. And now in these cases, here is the significant points. Well, that is why Blaise Metreweli said here 420,000 illegal Bangladeshi immigrants vote for Andy Barnham, the socialist, when he can be Prime Minister of England, to establish the Islamic socialism. Okay. Now in here is the significant points. Well, and now let's check it the moments. Well, here we can see what is the next point to be noticed. Well, okay. Now here we can see what is the another videos. Now in these cases, well, oh my gosh. Now the following man's to be a driver in England streets, probably Manchester city streets. He is speaking like in Bengalis. Okay. And now let's check at the moments. Well, okay. Now let's check at the moments at the points. Now let's check it. What happens? Well, now in this case, well, here is a Jewish Englander woman. Now here I will state here the Jewish Englander woman was a passenger of a car where driver is pro-Palestinian illegal Bangladeshi immigrants, and now pro-Palestinian illegal Bangladeshi immigrants states the several abusive words in Bengali language to the Jewish Englander women, because here is the 3 years wars has been started between Israel and Palestine terrorists. And now let's take the points to be noticed. And in these cases, now here is why the following Israeli YouTubers named SaharTV request that he would get the support of the YouTube channel to fight against the pro-Palestinian algorithms. Okay. Now let's check it. Well, now here you can see this point of the verse. Now in this clears at the moment, here illegal Bangladeshi immigrants, women, she is one of the 420,749 voters to vote for Andy Burnham's, the socialist Englander Labour politicians. Well, she regrets that why she could not know Hitler's last names. Oh my gosh. Here is an Adolf Hitler. Okay. Now, here is my question. Well, is Hitler's contest the last name events? Because who knows here we can see the points. Adolf Hitler is her last name. First name is Adolf. The World War II criminals from Nazi Germany names Adolf Hitler. The criminal to eliminate 60 million German Jewish from the Europe. Well, that was 60 million. And now, in Bangladesh, in 1971, Awami League politicians is crying about the genocide of 3 million Bangladeshi. But they are happy when Hitler eliminates 60 million German Jewish in Berlin, the capital city of Nazi Germany. They are celebrating, and the woman is one of the following Bangladesh Awami League politician to be illegal Bangladeshi immigrants to vote for Andy Burnham's, the current Prime Minister of England. And now, in these cases, that is the significant terms and that can be concerns. Okay. Well, wow, we can see these points. Well, the illegal Bangladeshi women states that the Adolf Hitler first name is Adolf and last name is Hitler's. We do not know the last name as Hitler's. Wow. Well, now here we can see these points. There are illiterate, illegal Bangladeshi immigrants that they do not know that Hitler is the last name and first name is Adolf. And now there is the greatest threat at the moment. Okay. Now let's check it. Well, now here you can see. Well, now in this cases at the points, well, now what's going on? And now in this case, here we can see, well, now here was an celebrations of the veterans of the World War II from England as an 100 years memorials. But now, here the illegal Bangladeshi immigrants from Manchester, well, just shouting like an she is just like an containing the abusive words. And now look at the points. Here we can see. Here is the timestamp of 8 minute 14 seconds. Here is a timestamp of 8 minute 18 seconds. Here is a timestamp of 8 minute 26 seconds. Well, now here I can see this is the moments. Okay. Now in this cases, here we can see these points. The last time is 8 minute, timestamp is 8 minute 31 seconds. Now in these cases, from the timestamp to be 8 minute 14 seconds to the timestamp to be 8 minute 31 seconds. Well, in the cases of 17 seconds of illegal Bangladeshi immigrants English, well, how much time we could see the abusive words? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 abusive words in 16 seconds. That means the following Bangladeshi women cannot speak English without any abusive words. Okay. And now in this cases, here is me who can speak English in 1 hour without any abusive words. But the following Bangladeshi women in Greater Manchester City of England could not speak English without any abusive words. In 16 seconds, her English sentence contains 4 abusive words. Well, in another live streams, well, I would remember that in another live streams, well, I have roast Mubassil the Mentals, where the Mubassil the Mentals were the Canadian citizens in 2025. In that case, here was the point to notice, it was just like in November or December. And now in this cases, Mubassil the Mentals contains 35 seconds English short videos. In 35 second English short videos of Mubassil the Mentals states 7 abusive words. And now, here is the point to be noticed. The following illegal Bangladeshi women cannot speak English without any abusive words in 4 seconds. In 60 seconds, they contain 4 times abusive words. And that is the illegal Bangladeshi immigrants. And now, here we can see the points. Now, in these cases, now let's check what is happening here. Okay. Now let's check the points to be noticed. Well, and now I would okay. Well, now in this cases, here we can see, well, in 6 seconds of her in the following Bangladeshi illegal immigrants women's English, she contains 1 abusive words. And now let's check the points to be noticed. Okay. Now let's check it. Well, here is the times start in 8 minutes 52 seconds where she start stating some things. Now in this cases, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, now here we can see there's some points to be noticed. Well, in these cases, well, now what is the meaning of 1 minute 13 seconds? That is 73 seconds. Now in 20 seconds, the following illegal Bangladeshi women states 11 abusive words. And now in these cases, now when we are discussing about the language, here we can see, here is the reputations of the great Manchester City of England. And that is the points, none of white Englander would state any abusive words in 1 hour's English speech. Okay. Now, in 1 hour English speech, there would be the 100 English sentence, but or that would be the 500 English sentence. But in these cases, in 500 English sentence, the white Englander does not state any abusive words. That is the reputation of England. But the following women to be illegal Bangladeshi immigrant women from Manchester City of England states 11 abusive words in 20 minutes. That means, well, when her age would be, 5 years in 2006, she would start learning English in Bangladeshi schools. Because in Bangladeshi schools, there was a times when you can learn English. Is one sentence, English sentence would contain 5 abusive words only in Bangladesh. Okay, and now that is the significant cases at the moment. Well, now in this case, well, and now let's check the points. Here timestamps in. Now let's check it. What is the timestamps in this cases? Now let's check it. The words who speak in a timestamp start from 9 minutes 29 seconds. Okay, now here I can see. Well, now we can see this points. In 11 seconds, the illegal Bangladeshi immigrants, women, states almost 4 abusive words in 11 seconds. Well, these abusive words is in 3-second English from the illegal Bangladeshi women's immigrants. And now that is the moment. Here we can see. Well, now in these cases, that is the significant terms to contents and great threats. And now here we can see these points. Illegal Bangladeshi immigrants is now state contents and statements here. 2 seconds English with 3 abusive words. And now let's check at the moments. And here it is the nightmare of English speaking circumstance in Manchester City of England. And that is why, well, in this case, that is why Blaise Metreweli bought 420,749 illegal Bangladeshi immigrants in Manchester City of England only to vote for Andy Burnham, the socialist Englander Labour politician. And now in this cases, and as an effect here we can see, well, one illegal Bangladeshi immigrants living in Manchester City contains the one English sentence for 11 seconds. I mean, one English sentence for 11 seconds with their 3 abusive words. And now let's check at the moments. What's going on here? Now let's check it in this case. And now in this case, at the points, Well, here would be the illegal Bangladeshi immigrants to be progressive women. And now, let's check it. What is our and next, in this cases, here is a statement said, well, I would probably never understand how as a woman and like why I would vote for lefts. And now in this cases, it is like a voting against my safety. I am just right now in Warsaw walking up night and I am not scared at it because there is no illegal stabbing people in street, probably understood. Okay, this city was in under the conservative parliamentarian of England. Okay, because immigration policies in Poland are incredibly strict. Oh my God, it is in Poland at the moment. Oh, she's Polaskan. Okay. These guys decide to recite the Quran's most unword place in Quran recitations. Okay. Now in this cases here we can see. Now here is the moments in Bangladesh airports. But we could reverse in Bangladesh bus terminals. Well, here we Bangladeshi Muslims are not allowed to recite in Surah Ikhlas or Surah Falak or Surah Nas. We Bangladesh are not allowed to recite Surah Nas in Bangladeshi bus terminals. And now the following airport is located in England. Now illegal Bangladeshi immigrants starting to recite words the Surah Baqarah from the Holy Quran, where Surah Baqarah contains 286 ayats. Okay? And now let's check at the moments what's going on. Well, in this cases, and here we can see this the great threats at the moment. Well, now it is one of the points to notice, and now here is the points as we could see. Well, and now it is my last stream to roast Blaise Metreweli as a reaction on SaharTV's probably because in these cases we could see the several Islamists are against on the existence of Englander richest man's Jim Ratcliffe. Another illegal Bangladeshi woman states here text 11-second English in 4 abusive words. 20-second English in 11 abusive words. Oh my Adonai. So what would we go to that points? And in these cases, now we can see in these cases, that is the significance in Bangla. Well, I cannot speak like that, and now today is my points has been speechless. And now let's come into the points. What is the German Shepherd's capability to travel? 15,000 km per second. And now here we can see. We know German Shepherd velocity is 100 km per hour. When the Alif Lala demons departure would be Manchester City of England and arrival would be Borisov, the city of Bangladesh. Afterwards after here stealing here 15.2 billion United States dollars. Now let's check it. What was the cases? And in this case, well, I think here we can see these points. Well, here driving distances 11,000 kilometers. Okay. Now here we can see. Let's calculate it. Well, oh my God, 11,000 kilometer can be divided by 100 kilometer per hour. That would be here almost 110 hours. Now in these cases, here is the moments. Well, German Shepherd can be awake in 22, mostly at the highest duration to be 22 hours, and he can contain and his awake duration is 15 hours per hour days. Okay, and highest awakeness is 22 hours per day. And now according to the points, what is 110 can be divided by 15? And here is the question at the points to be noticed. Well, now in 1 second, well, the Alif Lala demons can be arrived in Barisal, the city of Bangladesh. And in this cases, here we can see the points. Well, 1 divided by 3 can be multiplied by, enter multiplied by 15, that would be 5. Well, that would be here 7 days, 5 hours. A German Shepherd can arrive to the Alif Laila demons in Barisal, the city of Bangladesh. When the following German Shepherd departure is Manchester City, the greater Manchester of England. Okay. Now let's check out the points. Well, here we can see. Here now we perceive she is an illegal Bangladeshi immigrant because here the points to notice. In the distance between eyebrows and eyes, we can set the entire length of a country named whom? The entire length of the country named Russia. Okay? And now let's check at the moments, and here you can see that is the significant terms as well, now in this cases, well, and here German Shepherd is a very active dog, and he is very loyal dogs to the owners like a Jim Ratcliffe. Well, and here we can see this the fun to be noticed. Well, now here we can see I got a time to attend and dinners in Dhaka, the city of Bangladesh, because well, it is the dinner times in accordance with the time zone of the Tel Aviv, the city of Israel. And now let's conduct dinners, and now let's conduct sleep. And now here you can see I would guarantee. Well, my guarantee can be false or not, I do not know, but I could contest a probability that my next last team to roast Blaise Metreweli is on the reaction of the Mia Thalias. Okay, now let's check it. Oh my gosh, here is one verse. Now here I contest an announcement. The announcement is that probably tomorrow I would discuss about the cases where the criminal was classified the toxic women to illegal Bangladeshi immigrants to be supporters of Kamala Harris. And now the case is the family mort cases. Okay? I mean the family assassination case.